All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We the GMS Augusta, Georgia camp. We still got the brothers from the GMS Atlanta camp, the brother Kalak.
Shalom.
You know, we just want to do another lesson, man. Get another lesson in for the brother go back to Atlanta in the morning, man. You know, but before we get started, we like to get all praise and the glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakwadash.
double honor to the apostle elders, great millstone. Shalom to the bishop. Shalom to the whole elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
Like I said, we just want to do a quick lesson real quick on the spirit of the planet, man. You know, the pulse of the earth.
Yeah.
You know, being the love of many waxing cold. You know, I got just a little testimony of, you know, I talked about it last night in the little live stream we did, little screen y'all we did on, you know, some family members, man.
Yeah.
You know, here it is. They've been neighbors. You know, it's my cousin them, and a guy growed up with his parents. You know, they done got into it about removing some landmarks, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a law for nobody not to move their neighbors' landmarks, man. But here it is. You know, they've been neighbors for like 40, 50 years, man. You know, here it is. We at the end, and Jake ready to go all out. You know, about some landmarks, man. You know, they've been standing beside each other, helping each other for years, man. Like I say, 40, 50 years. It haven't been no problem, but here it is. We at the end. They're ready to crash out, man. Why? Because that's Bible prophecy. Y'all can speak on it.
There's a lot of other factors that's playing into that too. You know, with this economy crashing, people are under way more stress than before.
Yeah.
If something like this was to happen back in the, say, the 50s, it'll probably be resolved way easier because people not stressing as much. In today's world, everybody is on edge.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. People are on edge right now, man. It's just people at their breaking point. Any little thing, well, it's like you said, people are already stressing in their mind, so any little thing can trigger, like you say, a small matter, which, like you said, years ago, they would have seen this as a small matter. You know, they wouldn't have really been, you know. But now that people are already on edge and people are feeling the squeeze, man, any little thing can trigger, you know.
It's something small as, cause we see it a lot too. Something small as somebody honking the horn.
Yep.
You know, like road rage.
Yep.
People getting their brains blown out, man, just for, you know, blowing the horn, man. But that's the pulse of the earth. That's the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah, the signs of the times. The last days, man, like we said, the love of many waxing cold, friends fighting against neighbors. But like I said, my cousin them and you know, a guy I went to school with, like I said, we're gonna show the video, we're gonna play it. But you know, his parents been into it with a couple of my family members, and they ready to go all out by some landmarks being moved, man. You know, but this is the pulse of the earth, man. You know, so we're gonna play the video and, you know, let y'all see it and just go into some scriptures and just bring it out, man. You know, let you know, hey, this is Bible prophecy playing out, man.
Before we play it, I'll get this in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. I'll start at the top and then go straight to the point. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. I'm jumping down to the point, verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. And we're in a time of hatred right now, man. People are ready to go at each other like you're gonna see in the video, man. People are ready to go at each other's necks, man. You know, people are ready to take each other out, man. Because that's the spirit. Because the spirit, we're at the end, so the spirit of death and hatred is in the earth right now, man. Like you say, the love of many is waxing cold. We're not in the time of love. You know,
like that scene in that movie, what, Leave the World Behind. When he said that, when the neighbor walked up to, on Esau, he said that's the old time.
Yeah, because he needed some, and they had, like in this instance that we're going into now. In that instance, they had been friends for years, so he thought he can go to him first. Remember, he needed some medicine, so he thought he can. Well, I know him. We've been friends, because he was telling the other guy that because they needed medicine, and he was telling the other guy, yeah, I know him, and he stocks up, and because remember at the beginning of the movie they showed him leaving the store with all kind of supplies and goods. So he was telling the other guy that, yeah, this is my friend. We've been neighbors, long time friends, and I know he has medicine. Because one of them had got some kind of illness or had been bit by something. I think one of them had been bit by something. Yeah. And they needed the medicine. And he was like, well, my friend, I know him. I know he has medicine. So he knocked on the door, you know, and he was like, because he tried to give him, you remember he tried to give him cash. Yeah. And he wouldn't take it. Yeah. And he was like, well, now he was, because showing you that these devils all know what they're about to do, because cash had become obsolete. He was like, no, you got to have something that I can use. He was like, we're in the time of bartering. And then that's when the guy was like, well, you know me, we're old friends, and you know I'm good at anything you need, and you can trust me. He was like, nope, that was the old way. The old way. Yeah, he was like, I got to look out for me and mine. Right. He was like, I know we've known each other a long time, and we're good friends, but he was like, no, that's out the window now. That's the old way. And that's what's going on in reality, man. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I didn't say that, but yeah, it's a time and season for everything, man. Like the brother read, you know, Jeremiah 15:22, a sound of battle is in the land. Yep. You know, we're in a time of war on all fronts, all levels. You know, civil unrest, you know, class wars, nation against nation. The whole earth, man, it's gonna be like a Royal Rumble. You know, America is scrapped, man.
Yeah, like in the Purge movies, man. Everybody going at each other, man. Yeah. No matter how long you've known somebody or how close you think y'all are, all that's gonna go out the window. That's why the brotherhood that we have is so important, man.
Yeah. It's gonna be what they say, a dog eat world.
Yep, dog eat dog world.
Yep.
Yeah, survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest. Yep. Every man for themselves.
Yeah. Got that Matthew 24. This is Matthew 24, straight to the point, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And so they're speaking of the end times, you know. This was Yahushua speaking, that the love of many will wax cold. And I believe when you go into that word for cold, it says it's like psyche or something like that.
Yeah,
but ultimately it goes into let's get that Matthew 24.
It's a cold spirit on the earth, man. You know, it don't matter how long you been friends or neighbors or none of that, man. Hey, all that's gonna be out the window the time we're coming into, man. Cause like I said, Esau finna bring the squeeze, man.
Oh yeah, so that word for cold in Matthew 24 is psycho. So it means to go crazy.
Go crazy. That's gonna be the pulse of the earth. Everybody finna go crazy. You know, a lot of these people they got that juice in them. You know, you see, like you say, you just look on the internet, man. You see a lot of people bugging out, man. A lot of road rage, all kind of things going on, man. Yeah. That's why the scripture says you got to be circumspect, man. You know, our apostles and the others always preach, man. Hey, get what you got to get it and get back to the house, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, cause hey, these people got spirits on them, man. They got demons on them, and the Lord finna turn it up, man.
Come on.
Yeah.
All right, so without further ado, we're gonna play the video, and you're gonna see. You know, the brother gave you a little content, a little backstory to the video that you're about to see. So without further ado,
I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet. When it comes down to two individuals that live on Sandy Lane, Jesse and Denise Trimble. If you can find it in your heart to please leave those two individuals alone. Their health is not good, you know, and we've been sitting back, taking the high road, and the high road. At this point, I'm tired of taking the high road. Leave my parents, Jesse and Denise Trimble, alone. If you continue to bully them and, you know, whatever the cause may be, I'm going to take action. What I mean by action is, if you continue to bully and keep fucking with my parents, I don't mind blowing your head clean off your shoulders about my parents. My parents' health is not good. Why the fuck you take advantage of my parents right now? I'm sick of this shit. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of taking the high road. If you continue to keep fucking with my parents, I don't mind blowing your head clean off your shoulders. Leave my folks alone. We not never taking anybody's land, disrespecting nobody, or doing nothing. We always take the high road. My dad and my mom always helped everybody in that country. My father, District Trimmer, has helped everybody on Sandy Lane. You will not continue to disrespect my dad or my mom.
All righty, there you have it, man. All right, you can speak on it, bro.
Yeah, there you have it, man. Like you said,
everything you said, yeah.
Hey, it's the spirit, man. You know, everything is playing out how about Shema Shah said it's playing out, man. And, you know, we ain't gonna feel sorry for none of these people, man. The Bible prophecy got to play out, man. No matter family members, you know, whoever. You know, if you ain't among the brethren, you know, the brotherhood, hey, you got to go down how it go down, man. Yep. But, you know, we preaching the message. You know, the script say this ain't our rest, so we ain't gonna be out here fighting about no land or none of that, man. Like I say, this ain't our rest. Ain't none of this belong to us, man. You know, the script say, what it is in the apocrypha, him that buy a house, what it is, Baruch or Idris?
How it go?
Him that have land as he haven't bought none, or.
Oh, I get it, yeah.
You know, that's the time we in, man. We ready to give all this stuff up, man. We can't take none of it with us.
Yeah.
You know, we ain't finna crash out about no land or all this finna be burnt up.
Yeah.
You know, it's finna come to naught, man.
But that shows you, I get that scripture you called for, but that shows you how serious Jakes are about carnal things. Because remember when Yahweh Shah was beginning his ministry as an adult, you know, he was basically when he was bringing the disciples in, you know, a lot of them left him, and one had land. He said, Lord, I cannot follow you because I have a field that I have to tend to. So that shows you how serious I have bought this land, come the water. You know, and that shows you how how serious Jake is about, you know, owning lands and carnal things, man, worldly things, man. You know, but like the scriptures say, though, he that has land, he that has bought land, be as though you have not. You know, because we finna have to give all this up, everything that we so-called have. We're gonna all these possessions, worldly possessions. We're gonna have to give it up anyway. Because we don't own it, like you said, we don't own it anyway. You know, we're behind enemy lines. We're captives. A captive can't own anything, man. Scripture say we are yet this day in our captivity, man. You know,
and that's how a lot of our people gonna be taken too, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, they put their trust in land, 401k, this and that, and Esau know that. That's why he gonna bring forth this chip, and a lot of our people gonna bend the knee, man, because they gonna want to save it. They gonna try to save their lives. The scripture say, whosoever look to save their lives gonna lose it. You know, you got it up.
Yeah, Yahweh Shah said that. You know, he would try to save his life, he's gonna lose it. And he loses his life, he's gonna be saved. And most of our people, they're willing to crash out over the possessions that they have, or you know, just things pertaining to this world and the life they have on their side. Whereas us of the hopeful elect, you know, Lord willing, we are of the elect during that day when things really do amplify. We're not going to be crashing out over simple things. You know?
Why? Because the scriptures say, "Be as pilgrims upon earth." You know, we're gonna be going to and fro, man. We gotta leave these things behind, man. You know, we can't take nothing with us. We ain't gonna even take this flesh with us. So why we gonna crash out over some land that's gonna be destroyed? Well, we ain't gonna even take this flesh with us, man.
This is again what you quoted First Corinthians 7, and I'll start at 29. 1 Corinthians 7 and 29. But this I say, brethren, the time is short, it remaineth, that both they that have wives be as though they had none, and they that weep as though they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not. You know? And whatever this pertaining to land, or was it cars or houses, whatever you have, all your possessions, you have to be willing and ready to let it go, man. You know, because remember, the man that I think it's in, I can't remember what, I know it's in Matthew, the guy that desired to follow Yahushua, and Yahushua told him, all that you have, sell it and follow me. Yeah. But he when Yahushua told him that, he didn't want to do it. Yep. You know? And that's gonna be, like you said, that's gonna be a major stumbling block to all people. They're not gonna want to give up their possessions, man. Right. You know? Right. And that's why the scriptures say, hardly shall a rich man enter into the kingdom of heaven. Yeah. Meaning all of our people that have a lot of worldly possessions or whatever, they're not gonna want to let it go, man. Yeah. That's not to say if you have a little wealth, or if you're well off, that you're wicked, but you're gonna have to be ready to let those things go, man. Yeah. All right, because we opened up with Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. That chapter also goes into a time to gain and a time to lose. We're in a time of losing, man. Yeah. Everything that we have, we're gonna have to be willing to give it up, man. Right. To not partake in this beast system.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. That was it on that.
Yeah, that was it on that.
Yeah, a lot. I got it. It's 2nd Esdras 16 and 40. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle. And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth. When y'all break it down. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away.
You gotta come out and cover it.
And he that buyeth, as one that will lose. He that occupy merchandise, as he that have no profit by it. Mm-hmm. And he that buildeth, as he that should not dwell therein. He that soweth, as if he should not reap. So also he that planteth the vineyard, as he that should not gather the grapes. They that marry, as they that should get no children, and they that marry not, as the widowers. Yep. And therefore they that labor in vain.
Mm-hmm. Hey, just going to separating from this world.
Yeah.
And not being, not trusting in this, of course, this system, not trusting in any riches you may have accumulated over here, or, awards, whatever it may be. And so, we know that chip, we've been talking about the chip for the past week. Yeah. A lot of people are going to take that because they're going to want to save their life and hold on to what they've had. But according to what was just read, you're not supposed to be counting on these things. If you have a wife, be as though you had none. Yeah. If you have a house, be as though you didn't have one at all. Things of that nature. You're not supposed to be attached to this world.
No. Because it's gonna be a stumbling block. That's the same thing that got Lot's wife. She looked back. Yep. And got turned to a pillar of salt, man. Yep. And like you say, hey, a lot of our people finna be taken, man. Why? Because they got these worldly possessions. They don't know we in a time of losing, man. We can't put our trust in these things, man. How about Shah got greater things coming, man? We got to be getting ready for the kingdom of heaven, man. Damn all this, man. This shit is defiled. The scripture says the earth is defiled, man.
Yeah. And even things like people be crashing out over things like land and stuff. Yeah. Imagine hunger. Bro.
Hunger. When they stomachs get it.
Oh my gosh, man.
That's why it's gonna be bad out here, man. Like I said, that's showing up when the Lord know how to get you, man. You get to that stomach.
That's a spirit, because I got that too. I was holding it.
Yeah.
2nd Esdras, one of y'all brothers had some of y'all want? I got it. 2nd Esdras 15, and I'll start at 14. 2nd Esdras 15 and 14. Woe to the world. Woe means destruction. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. This is the point, 2 Esdras 15 and 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So like the brother Kalak said, man, how much, if it's over land, how much more so when you're staring starvation directly into its eyes, man. You're on the brink of starvation, man. And the scriptures say that's the worst way to go. The scriptures say better are they that are slain with the sword than with hunger. Yeah, man. So how much, when your stomach get to talking to you, man, you'll do anything you have to do to eat, man.
You'll be kicking the neighbor door in.
Yep.
I gotta have it. Yep. Yeah, like, I gotta have it. I don't give a damn about no 40, 50-year relationship, so-called being friend. Hey, all that's gonna be out the window, man.
Yep. Right.
Only thing that's gonna be, the brotherhood, man.
Yep.
The sisterhood, the ones in this truth, man.
Yeah.
We all we got. Everybody else is finna turn on each other, man.
Yeah.
That's the spirit that the Lord finna put on the earth, man.
Yeah, even real close family, like even within households, they gonna be crashing out.
Yep.
The only thing that's gonna hold up is like, Lord willing, the brotherhood.
Brotherhood.
Those in the truth.
Yep.
Cause we know what time we in. We ain't gonna be, like we said, we ain't gonna be fighting on no land, cause we know we're gonna have to get it up. We in the spirit of being pilgrims, man. We know the Lord finna destroy this place, man.
Yep.
And that's, that is off, because like you quoted earlier in the law does state that you're not supposed to remove your neighbor's landmarks, but really that applies to when we're in our land. We're not in our land. Not saying that the law doesn't apply when we're not in our land, but that was written that when we were getting ready to go into the land, man. Moses was laying down the law that would basically make us dwell in peace. And one of those laws was thou shalt not remove thy neighbor's landmarks, man, or the boundary stone, so to speak, depending on which version you read. But we're in captivity. We're not gonna take nothing with us, and like you said, including these bodies, man. Even Job knew that, because Job had wealth. Job had a lot of wealth, man. But what did he say? He said, "Naked I came into this world, and naked shall I leave," man. So we're not gonna take none of this stuff with us, man. And you have to realize that, man. So to be willing to, like he said in the video, I'll blow your head off.
Hey, Jake ready to crash out.
Yeah.
And we about to start seeing a whole lot of that.
Yeah.
That's why we want to stay prayed up, stay in the spirit, and stay out the way.
God.
And let the Lord work. Like I said, we finna see a lot of our family members, go back to the spirit world, man. It's finna be judgment. That's all it's finna be. Judgment playing out, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people finna get their brains blowed out.
God.
Why? Because it's judgment.
Yeah. People gonna want to blow their own brains out. Right. That's how bad it's gonna get.
They gonna seek death. And cannot find it. Lord is gonna put a cold spirit out here, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cold, man. It's gonna get rough.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that video of the Marine, that arm got broke?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They snapped him up.
And that was for Esau, But,
right.
But nevertheless, the Lord put in that spirit of, like that Ecclesiastes 3, the spirit of the war. It's time for war, time for peace.
Yeah.
The Lord got a spirit of disagreement.
Yeah.
It's going to be a spirit of a bunch of disagreements within family members, business work, co-workers, and just judgments. And it's going to get to the point where it's going to get physical.
Yeah.
Even these police agencies.
Yeah.
It's going to get to, or these military, it's going to get to a point where they're drawing guns on each other.
Yeah.
Disagreement's going to get to that point.
Right.
Hands getting laid on each other.
Yep. This is Matthew 10 and 35. Matter of fact, I started 34. Red letter, Yahweh speaking. Matthew 10 and 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Yeah.
For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foe shall be they of his own household. And that's, like the brother said, that's within the household. So how much more outside of the household? You know, people's own immediate families are going to turn against each other. So how much more people that they don't really know like that they're not really familiar with. That's not immediate family or biological family. You know. So this is the time that we're in, man. This is the spirit that the Lord has on the earth. We're not in a time of peace, man. We're in a time of war and hatred, man.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. That's what our people don't want to come to terms with.
Yeah.
They want them smooth things. Well, according to the Lord's will, no. This age is going to go out violently.
Yeah.
You have to just follow that bill.
There's no way out. Cause like I said, it got to reap what it sowed.
Yeah.
America sold bloodshed.
Yep.
It was built on blood.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna go out the same way it came in. Like what is it? Revelation 18?
Yep.
Those with violence or 17?
Yep, Revelation 18, thus with violence shall that great city of Babylon be thrown down.
Yep. Mm-hmm. A lot of violence is gonna take hold of the earth, man. And how about Shema Shai is saving the best for last? America, like you said, America is scrapped, man. Everybody got guns.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, you finna have blackouts, you finna have starvation, pestilence. These people on these meds, they ain't gonna better get their medicine. Man, you better have some spirits out here, man. These people finna really crash out, man.
Yeah.
Especially when they can't get their fix.
Oh my gosh.
I see, it's gonna be a real purge, man. It's gonna be. Esau show you through all these movies, man.
Yeah. And that's why we have to be established or basically immovable in this truth, man. No matter what we see around us, we have to take the right path, man. Because you heard Jake in that video, he said, "What? I'm tired of taking the high road. I'm tired of doing the right thing. We've been doing the right thing for all these years. Well, I'm tired of doing the right thing." Well, you can't be. You should never get tired of being righteous, man. No matter what, and I know that's easier said than done. You know, the scriptures say, "Render not evil for evil," but you should never. Don't get tired of doing righteous, man. Yeah. Or that makes you no better than the person that wronged you. Yeah. You know, if
Lord say, "Vengeance is mine."
Come, beautiful. You're beautiful. Yep. So you can't be. Matter of fact, what's that? Galatians 6. You should never get tired of. I think it says, "Be not weary."
Well doing.
Yeah, come. Yeah, I think it's Galatians 6:8 or Galatians 6:9. You know, so you don't. You know, talking to the hopeful elect. Don't get tired of doing the right thing, man. You know, like I said, I know that's easier said than done, and people have these demons on them, and they come at you all kinds of ways. But trust me, the Lord got us, man. Just keep doing the right thing to the best of your ability, man. Yeah. You know,
sit back and watch these people. Watch the show, man.
Yeah.
Let these people crash out and stay out the way. Cause like we always say, these 2/3, they're gonna be a shield for the elect, man.
Yep.
You know, that's how we gotta look at it, man.
Pawns.
You know, a lot of them finna get sacrificed.
Yep.
And all we gotta do is stay in the spirit. And the Lord, Lord willing, the Lord, put us in the right spots to be delivered. You know, we gonna be in the midst. Mm-hmm. Like I say, the elect gonna be protected, man.
That's it.
You know, we know what's finna pop off. We know these people finna crash out, man. So stay out the way.
Yep.
And just watch how about Shema Shai work, man. These people finna get judged. Judgment finna go out. That's all it is, judgment.
When I had God, I get it when I think. Okay. Go on.
Galatians 6:9. And let us not be weary in well doing. For in due season we shall reap if we faint not.
That's the thing. You got to break that, bro. Yeah, and that's the thing, man. We have a reward. There's a reward to being righteous and an evil judgment for being wicked, man. So we can't be tired of being righteous to the best of our ability, man. You know, we're going to reap in due season, man. You know, we're going to get everything that we sacrifice and everything that we lose on this side, we're going to get it back 100-fold, man. So hey, brothers and Akim, Akwa, you know, don't get tired, don't grow weary in being righteous to the best of your ability through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. It's gonna pay off, man. You know, don't render evil for evil. These people come at you, hey, take the low road, man. We've had many accounts with that, man. Other camps, you know, brothers will have their camp set up and other camps come take brother's spot, and brothers set good example, and they take the low road, man. You know, don't get carnal, man, because you know everything that these people got. See, the beautiful thing about having this truth, whatever we lose, we know we're gonna get it back. See, these people, they don't have that understanding. So whatever all the worldly possessions they work to get, they're gonna be willing to die for it, man. Matter of fact, we can get that Sirach, I think it's the 8th chapter, might be verse 2 or 3. These people are gonna be prime example. This video, that land, they willing to blow each other head off for land. And like you say, both of them pretty wealthy. That both of them are
great, man. Yeah, they've been there for 40, 50 years. You know, both of them kind of, you know, they on their last leg, but they ready to blow each other's brains out, man. You know.
So, 8. What verse you want me to start with?
Yeah, you can start at the top. I think it's like the point is in verse 2 or 3, so you can just start at the top.
Okay. Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus 8 and 1. Strive not with a mighty man, lest thou fall into his hands.
Yeah.
Be not at variance with a rich man, lest he overweigh thee, for gold hath destroyed many and perverted the hearts of kings.
Yeah, gold, meaning worldly possessions, man, wealth. You know, it has destroyed many, because people are willing to die for what they have, man.
Yeah.
You know, they blow each other's head off over land, man.
Yeah.
You know, so don't be at variance with these people, man, because they're willing to die for them. Because Jake said it all the time, I'm ready to die by mine. You're going to have to kill me to somebody. I wish somebody would try to rob me. They're going to have to shoot me in the head. Jake be ready to die about that car, that land, or whatever they got, man. Chain necklaces, man, jewelry, shoes. Jake be ready to die, man. You know? So don't be at variance with these people in the world, man, over worldly possessions, man. Because these people, they're gonna crash out over the so-called goods and materials, shit, man.
Not knowing it, all of it be destroyed.
All of it is gonna go,
mountain. Sirach 8 and 3. Strive not with a man that is full of tongue, and heap not wood upon his fire.
Yeah, that's because a lot of these people, they're already bugged out. So don't add fuel to the fire, as they say, man. You know, let these people crash out on their own, man. You know, we know these people out here got spirits on them, and they got demons, and they ready to crash out anyway. So don't, you get cursed out or somebody shoot you a bird or something, just laugh it away, man. Don't ignite their little fire, man.
Spark that demon up anymore.
Yep.
That's all it is, a spirit, a demon.
Yep.
It's ready to crash out, especially if you're a hopeful elect.
Yeah.
These demons know.
They know the men of the Lord.
So hey, don't stir these demons up, man. Hey, let these people have it, man.
Yeah.
Hey, do your daily routines and get out the way. But, hey, shit finna intensify, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
At all time high. This the last one. You how much mouth shot?
Yeah.
It's finna be bad.
Yeah.
You know, it's ending, man.
This the last time the earth will see war.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a beautiful point.
Never like before. A time like never before.
Yeah.
See, man, shit, man. Hey, we gotta keep doing what we doing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a one-time thing too.
Yeah. That's
compared to eternity. Because after this, that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
So this moment of perilous times or birth pains, you have to understand this is the last time that this earth is gonna do that.
Yeah.
And then after that, for the rest of eternity, will just be paradise.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful point. That in itself should tell you how bad it's gonna get, because it's never gonna happen again.
Yeah.
So this is the last time. It's gonna be the worst that it's ever been, man. A time like never before, man.
Yeah.
So this is the last one is always the man.
Yeah.
The apex, man. We finna see things that matter of fact, we haven't even seen in movies, man, because nothing can really depict it. We can only, imagine how bad it's gonna get. We have an idea through the scriptures, but really nothing, with the bodies we're in now, man, we can't really fathom how bad it's gonna get out here, man. That's why we have to have faith, man, because it's gonna get, things we can't even imagine, man. You know, that's how bad it's about to get.
Yep. It's 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. You know, that's like you say, that's the time we in, perilous time, man. Dangerous. You know, the Lord gonna put a cold spirit out here, man. You know, kill. That's all it's gonna be, a kill society, man.
Yep.
You know?
Because really it's all for judgment.
It's all judgment.
These spirits, the Lord got spirits of vengeance out here, man.
Yep.
And he's gonna use men to carry forth his judgment to put people to death, man. You know, so these people, they don't, like Brother Kalal said, they're on edge, man. They're ready to take it there, man. You know, whatever they got to do. You know, it's gonna be little things, man. Yeah. You know, that people gonna be willing to go to the extreme about, man.
Bang, shoot them up.
Yeah,
we can see it even with our family members.
Yeah.
Like, they be willing to crash out over stuff that we wouldn't crash out.
Because
this is all this is the end all be all.
And it affects you, man. You could be listening to your family members, especially Eve, man. Like some of the Eves in my family, man. They just it be vexing, man. But you know, they gone, man. You try to tell them, but like I said, they crash out over anything.
Yeah. Cause like y'all say, they in that YOLO spirit. This is all they know. This is the end all be all. To them, it's nothing after this. So they're willing to, do whatever they got to do to keep it. You know, because they think this is it. Well, I done worked hard all these years, and I got this and that, and you only live once, and no, ain't nobody taking nothing from me.
So that's all they see.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Closing.
I found something.
This 2 Ezra 6. You want to hit this? 2 Ezra 6 and 23. And the trumpet should give a sound, which every man heareth, they should be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation in the end of your world. Let's see. Well, that was pretty much the point.
Yeah, friends shall fight one another as enemies.
Yeah, that was the main point I wanted to get. Friends fighting against each other like enemies, man. You know, all that neighbors, all that's gonna be out the window. You know, everybody, love them in the West and cold. You know, judgment finna play out at an all-time high. And all we gotta do is just stay in the spirit, beg for mercy, and be protected by Yahweh Shema Shah. Put on the whole armor of the Lord.
Is it? Oh, you gonna say something? You got.
Will the scripture say our body's gonna be dung upon the earth?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
So that's just a little bit of a visual right there. Can you imagine that? Like, just the sidewalks, the streets are full of.
Yeah, you can't take 2 steps without having to step over a corpse.
Yeah. You stepping over body, man.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the time we in.
Yep. Scripture say blood shall be up to the horse's bridle, man.
Yeah.
So it's about to get bad.
Yep.
Now I get this Matthew 6 and where is it? Matthew 6 and 19. Red letter Yahweh speaking. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. And like these people, their hearts, meaning their minds, is on their worldly possession, carnal things, land, money, cars, clothes. So that's where their treasure is, man. That's why they willing to die for it and blow each other's heads off, man. You know, and we get it. You know, Jake love that mom and dad. Like he said, don't.
Yeah.
You know, Jake is. You know, Jake. You know, we're that kind of people, man. We love our, you know, mothers. Even with us brothers in the truth, like our parents are not in the truth, but we still love them.
Right.
Not to the point that we're not gonna do the work, or we're gonna exalt them, all right, and prioritize them over this truth and over Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But we do love our parents, man. Our biological parents, that is, man. You know, we honor our mother and father, you know, but we're not gonna do anything that makes us go against the laws and will and counsel of Yahweh Shem Yahushua because of our worldly parents, man. Yeah. You know, if something does happen to our parents, you know, of course we're not gonna like it. You know, but whatever, if something does happen, we have to understand that's their judgment. Yeah. You know, we're not going to do anything to have us in trouble with Yahweh Shem Yahushua because of our biological parents, or maybe parents or brother or sister or cousin, or, you know, that's why this truth is so important, man. Like you say, we have to leave everything in the hands of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. The Lord going to take care of everything, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was it on that.
Hey, so Lord willing, this was edifying, just highlighting the spirit that's in the earth right now. You know, the spirit of war and death and vengeance.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, the love of many waxing cold. So with that, we're gonna close this out, giving all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushua, Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash.
Once again, double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Hey, peace, love, and salutations to you hopeful elect. Hey, shalom.
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 Yes, sir.